Step 2 of the 2022 budget and finance setup. So I get paid bi-weekly. So I have 2 paychecks coming in. So I've just set up this Excel template. Again, you can do this in Excel, Google Docs, however you like. You can even do it on just, piece of paper with a pen. So I have already set up my categories. So I will talk through all of that. So let's get started. So like I said, I get paid bi-weekly. So I've got 2 paychecks. So paycheck 1 is 2080. Whoa, wrong place. 2080 and 2081. My paychecks do fluctuate a bit and tend to be a little bit higher, but these are the minimum amounts. So I have just put in the minimum amount that I am assured that I will get. Sometimes it fluctuates because of my insurance that is auto deducted from my paycheck. So for now, I will take this here. And then comes my bills, which are like my basic bills, most of them. So 2100 is my rent, which is due on January 1st, 2022. So we're setting up for January. And then my BC Hydro is $51 a month. Again, this is variable, but this is a amount that's quite comfortable. If there is any leftover, I'll talk about how I will use any leftover from any of these categories to my sinking funds versus savings versus debt. So I've got certain big categories. One is income. So of course, when you start this process, you want to know what your income is, then your basic bills. So for me, that means rent, BC Hydro, which is your water, your electricity, TELUS, which is my internet, Fido, which is my cell phone, Netflix. I know Netflix is not a necessity. So Netflix, Spotify, Uber, Instacart, and Apple are not necessities. However, for me, they sort of are, and I am going to look into cutting them down if I can. But right now, at this point of time, it doesn't seem like I can cut these out as I use them every single day. So these are my bills. Then I will be setting up 4 cash envelopes for, again, which is sort of necessities, which is groceries, eating out, personal, and fun. And I will explain the difference. And then the sinking funds, of course, now these differ from person to person. I have 12 sinking funds, annual planner, EC, and stickers because I am a planner person. So I didn't get one last year. I didn't get one in 2021. And I didn't like that. I have gotten it, I think, for 4 years prior to that, or I might have missed 1 year. But I have been using planners since 2016. And last year I didn't have one. And I think that led to a lot of unproductivity or just getting off track with my goals and things like that. So this year I decided I wanted one for sure, but it has put me behind a little bit. So this year I am doing sinking funds, and I have decided to budget for that because I know it is something that is coming up for me. Then birthday, Christmas, clothes, driving lessons. I really kind of want to get my driver's license. So driving lessons / car, electronics and home improvement, any items that I need for the house, or if I just want to have some fun. Of course, it's going to be really small this year, but I still want to have this category set up in case I need to buy a laptop or phone or something like that. Hopefully, I will not need to buy anything in 2022 because I did just get a new laptop and a new phone in 2021. But sometimes you need things for the home, furniture, things like that for the apartment. So I have just put that as a category. Again, I have set up some certain goals here. And, again, this will differ from person to person, but this is just something that I've come up with. This might change as I go along. Of course, this is my first time setting it up in a long time, the sinking funds. I've done it before. I did it in 2017, 2018. It was it worked really well for me. But then I got completely off track with budgeting and sinking funds and all that. And I completely stopped doing cash envelope system and deeply regret it. So, which is why I'm starting again. Okay, next category is FabFitFun. I really like to have this membership. This is the one membership, but we'll see. I might not have it because I do have debt and things like that this year that I really want to pay off So we'll see. Gifts, moving. I will need to move. My lease on this apartment expires or ends in July, so most likely I need to move. And this was another one of those big expenses in 2021 that really threw me for a loop, so I want to budget for that. Seasonal activities, I really like to partake in seasonal activities, going up to fall farms or apple picking and whatnot, so want to have a budget for that. Tax, I've got taxes due in March, so I have $1,000 goal for that. Again, it's something that I don't always know how much it's going to be. I need to do some calculation around it, but from past experience, I am going to budget around the 1,000, which should well and beyond cover it. So we'll see, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that much, but these are just goals, so we will see when we do my budget. And then vacation. Okay, then I have two categories for savings. One is emergency fund, which hopefully I'll have $1,000 to start with, if you saw my last video, which is on my current financial situation. Then of course this is a very pie in the sky long-term goal, which is going to take years, but at least I want to get started on it, which is the goal of saving for a down payment. Then I have two debts. One is the 4K personal loan, and second is my student loan, which is this massive amount, which you saw in my current financial situation. And so that is here. All right, so back to my budget. Okay, so first and foremost, of course, is the rent, which is $2,100. BC Hydro, which is $51. My TELUS bill is $105. Fido is $100. Netflix is $21. Spotify is $10. Uber Instacart is $10, and Apple is $5. All right, so those are my living expenses. Then for groceries, I'm budgeting $400, $100 a week, which is less than half of what I was spending in 2021 because I was eating out all the time. I was spending $1,000 on food because I was just eating out, but now I have divided up into groceries and eating out. I am very curious to see how I can make this work, if I can make this work, etc. I am optimistic because I've done it before when I was a student, things like that. So I really, or like when I was in university, undergrad, I'm still a student, but when I was in undergrad, this is the budget that I had. So, and I didn't have this eating out $100. So that is my budget. So 400 for groceries, 100 for eating out, 50 for personal use, like maybe getting nails or done or shopping or whatever it is that I want. And fun is $20, like say entertainment, going to watch a movie, or I really don't know. But I've just put that there and I will see how that goes. And if I don't use this, maybe I can throw it into a sinking fund or savings or towards debt. We will see. Okay, so next are my sinking funds. So for this, I'm going to save $20 to meet my goal. $10 for the birthday, meet that goal. And I'm going to move this here so you can see. So this is just the difference between the current situation versus the goal. Okay, so far we're good. Christmas. Ideally, I think I should have, $200 at least. So there's an $80 deficit. So again, like I said, if there's any leftovers from this area, bills and cash envelopes, if there's leftover, then I can put it towards categories that are red in my sinking funds, savings, or debt. So let's see how this is going to work. Clothes, I'm going to put $20 a month. Again, ideally, I think it should have 500 or even more. But for now, the goal is 500, but I am in a deficit. But that's okay. That just means it's going to be a no spend type kind of year, or I'm going to be very frugal with my spending. So that's completely a-okay. Okay, and then driving lessons / car is $50 a month. Electronics home, 10. FabFitFun, 25, because that's how much you need for the membership. USD converted to Canadian is about 300 for the annual membership. So I might not get it in 2022, but by being good in 2022, hopefully I save up and I can have it in 2023. We will see. I will be doing these, I will be doing updates every single month. Okay, so for gifts, I've got 10. Again, I think, honestly, it's really, really little. I think this should be like 500, but for now, I'm going to not prioritize that too much. Okay, moving, I'm going to say 55. Last time it cost me over 700. I think it was almost $1,000, but I'm going to pre-plan and whatnot and hopefully get it done within $700 this year. Seasonal activities, I'm going to say $15 a month. Tax, I'm going to save $60 a month. And vacation, I'm going to save $20 a month. Again, these are really small savings. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of numbers that are in red, but I'm completely okay with that because I'm starting this big process, and at least I have my sinking funds figured out, things that have put me in red before, such as Christmas, such as taxes, moving. These are, certain categories, clothes, that I've just needed to get. And this year, at least, I'm starting to put towards it. And hopefully that will encourage me to really stay on budget in these categories. And if there's anything extra here, I can just put towards my sinking funds to reach my goal. But these are just goals. These are not must-have items, except for some, such as taxes and moving. Are must-have items, and so I have put big chunks of money here. And worst case scenario, I can just pull from other categories into these sinking funds if need be, but hopefully I will not need to do that. All right, and then we come to savings. So I have some saving goals. So I'm gonna save $100 a month towards my emergency fund. So again, just kind of keeping with that 1,000. So I will have 1,000 saved up from 2021, and then I'm kind of like, going towards another 1,000 in 2022. But obviously this will be 1,200. But my goal is to get to 5K in that category, and then for down payment, etc., I'm gonna save $200 a month. But my goal is 10,000. Of course, it's not gonna happen this year, but I just like to have it there as a encouragement and motivation that this is where I want to get to, and this is how much is lacking in getting there and stuff like that. So at the very least, I'll contribute this much by seeing, I have such a long way to go. Okay, and then this will be, so it's 4,000. So I'm just going to divide by 12, and so yeah, that's 334. This is my most urgent thing, so I have it in red and bold. So I'm going to put 334 towards my 4K debt and get it paid within the year in 12 months. But like I said in my last video, I really want to try to throw. This is the category where I will be throwing any extra money that is left over from my cash envelopes here or my bills. So if this is the only really fluctuating bill that I have is BC Hydro. So if this was less, or if I spend less money here, I will be throwing it towards my 4K, as that is my most urgent item that I want to focus on and get paid. Okay, and my student loan payments are $250 a month. Okay, so the way this works is I've got my total income here, right, which is paycheck 1 plus paycheck 2. Then I've got my total bills that are auto deducted from my bank account. Okay, and so after that, the remaining amount is 4,161 minus the 2,402. I get 1,759, right? 1,759 minus my groceries and eating out personal fun, right, which is 570. So 1,759 minus 570 gives me 1,189, right? So this is the remaining amount. Now from that 1,189, 305 are my sinking funds, which leaves me with 884. 884 minus 300, which is towards my saving, gives me 584. And then from 584 minus my debt payments, remaining nothing. So this is a $0 base budget, right? So I've paid my bills, I've had my groceries, like, you know, my expenses. So these are my must incur expenses. And then I have these sinking funds set up here, as these are the categories that I need. Again, these will vary from person to person. I've gone ahead and done like a current and a goal just to kind of motivate me. This really works for me. But again, everyone's going to be different. So, you know, as you want to do that. And then I've got some savings going on, and I've got my debt payments going on. So then final totals are right here. So my income is 4161, cash envelopes 570, which is the food, groceries and things like that. Sinking funds is 305, savings is 300, expenses, which is my rent mostly, and other bills is 242, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So debt repayment 584, total 4161, remaining is of course 0. So this is 0 base budget. Now total envelopes that I'm going to have are 20. How do I have 20? I have 12 sinking funds plus 2 savings, 14 plus 2 debt, 16 plus 4 cash envelopes for my day-to-day expenses, 20. So I have a total of 20 envelopes. Okay, so this is how you set it up if you are getting paid bi-weekly. If you get paid monthly, then you will just do paycheck one and just put in your entire amount here. This concept still kind of stays the same. So you start with your bills. I just did this because I just divvied up these expenses versus my cash envelopes, because these are amounts that are auto deducted. They are on a pre-authorized payment through my checking account. So that's what this is. Then I will be taking out these cash envelopes, and these will all be cash envelopes because these will be sinking funds, and then savings and debt envelopes as well, which I might set up bank accounts for these. I'm not sure yet. Well, these are payments, so not accounts for these, but I might set up bank account for these two things depending on how much money I get to collect. So we will see as I go along. And I will be doing a whole video when I actually set up my 20 envelopes. Okay, so breakdown then it is for the cash envelopes is how many bills of each do I need. So what I did is I just copied over my sinking funds from here to here, right? And then I just put the denominations of the bills that we have here. So if we have 5, 20, 10, 20, 50, 100. Okay, so for example, annual, for the planner, I need to get one $20 bill. Birthday, I need one $10 bill. Christmas, I need a $10 bill. Clothes, I need a $20 bill every month. So you just kind of go in and put in what it is that you need. Driving, I need a $50 bill. Electronics, one $10 bill. FabFitFun, one $5 bill and one $20 bill. Gifts, one $10 bill. Moving, one $5 and one $50 bill. Seasonal activities, one $5, one $10 bill. Taxes are one $10 and one $50 bill. Vacation is a $20 bill. Emergency fund is $100 bill. And down payment is $200 bills. So these are the bill values, and then the quantity, it just kind of adds up how many I need, and then total value, and then the total sinking funds. So that's where I am at. So 605 is the total cash that I will be withdrawing from the bank. And then items that I will be keeping in the bank account are my debt payments, because they will be auto withdrawals. Groceries, I'm not sure how I'm doing this. I just put it here for now because I might keep it in the bank. I might do this, but it's separate from my sinking funds. So I've just put it here. But if I take out cash, it's really simple. But I've just put it here for now. And then these bills are all auto withdrawals. So they're there. So in checking amount, I'm going to leave is 3556. And 3556 plus 605 is 4161. So that is my total. And total envelopes according to this is 14. So I'm still kind of tinkering with 14 versus 20 because of the setup. But like I said, I will show you guys when I do it and how I do it. And again, since, this is brand new, after a long time, things might change as I progress in terms of envelope numbers, but at least I will have 14 envelopes, and these amounts will stay the same if I can maintain this budget. But there might be some adjustments just to kind of keep in mind. I think that's really, really important to understand. Okay, and then I also, for my sinking funds, plan this start a sheet where I can keep track someone that I'm starting with. So it's 0 right now, but I will see, if there's any money that I have that I can throw in, and then my contributions / deductions every month. So say I start with 0, and in January I put 20, in February I take out 20, things like that. And then the end is basically going to be the sum of it all, right? So you start with nothing, then you put in 20 bucks, then you take out 20 bucks, or you take out 10 bucks and stuff like that. So it'll just kind of keep that in mind, or keep calculating that, basically. So it's very exciting. So I just have that set up. Same thing for savings, right? I have that set up. And for debt payment, it's the opposite, where I have the total amount of debt set up. And so I can just copy this over to both of these, actually. And then I can just do minus 100, or actually, what was this? Minus 334, for instance. And let's put in the sum formulas here. There we go. Oh, no. This was supposed to be, this one is going to be from D. So, I'll do 0, and then minus 334 every month. And I will see this declining, which will be really, really cool. To kind of see it declining, I think, every month, and know where I am at. Same thing with my student loan. If I'm able to make extra payments, etc. I just thought this will be really cool to kind of keep a track of my savings, my debt payments, along with my savings funds. All right, so thank you for watching. That was the budget, the breakdown of the bills I'm gonna get from the bank. So I go there and tell them, okay, I need 3 bills, 3 $5 bills, 6 $10 bills, 4 $20 bills, 3 $50 bills, and 3 $100 bills, and I know how much to keep in my checking account. Then I know, I can come here every month and enter in where I'm at, and I can see where I'm ending. So very exciting. All right, in the next video we will go over my next 2 budgets, basically my next 2 pay cycles. So how I budget for my 2 paychecks. So bi-weekly paycheck setup. All right, thank you guys.